Happy first day of summer, everyone, YouTubers, Better Brainiacs, everyone else on social media. This is Danny Tseng coming to you live from the Northern Hemisphere. Listen up, if you are tired of paying for your rising energy bills, especially this coming summer, and or climate change, sea level rise, this is gonna blow your mind. First, to give you some credibility, what you're gonna expect is some low to no cost energy saving tips, whether you're a renter that pays the electric bill or a property owner. Can also apply for commercial building owners as well. Okay, my name is Danny Tseng. By the way, you can view this on Google Drive. Just log into your Gmail to view this quote unquote PowerPoint presentation by visiting tinyurl.com/3 cooling tiers PowerPoint. Okay, I'm going to have a shortened link to this video as well. This is going to my Better Brain 101 channel because chronic stress due to finances, maybe caused by your energy bills, is relevant, obviously, and also because if we've got 241 coal-fired power plants in the United States, of which we do, we are polluting our air with mercury, other pollutants from those coal-fired power plants, and you're going to be helping to hopefully shut them down one by one. So some credibility. This is some humor, by the way. Proof of global warming. As you can see, as time goes on, we are getting smaller to this G-string, which is like nothing, okay? So proof of global warming, pretty funny, right? Okay, so again, my name is Danny Drawdown Tseng. Drawdown is my nickname for the point, and also it means the point at which the level of carbon in our atmosphere is actually declining instead of going up. I believe, according to scientists and maybe nonprofit citizens climate lobby, that we've actually crossed over, last time I checked was over 420 parts per million of carbon in our atmosphere. So if that doesn't keep you up at night, I don't know what to say. There's other organizations like 350.org, others that say we need to keep temperature rise by less than 1.5 degrees or we're going to be like the dinosaurs, okay? So I am a founder, interim executive director of a soon-to-be nonprofit, Tesla Electric Institute, which serves all energy conservation, renewable energy like solar and electrical vehicles and batteries, professionals, trade organizations, and companies to try to scale up their impact. You can click on this link to learn more about our big, hairy, audacious goals. Okay, this has nothing to do with Elon Musk's Tesla Energy or electric vehicle company. Okay, I am a future certified passive house consultant. That is the world's most stringent or strict energy efficiency building standard out of Germany, and that's voluntary. These are the 5 principles of the passive house building energy standard. And I hope to make this a household name in American minds because it's still not as top of mind, and people need to know about it because it is able to reduce a building's total energy usage by up to 90%, that's 90, without a single solar panel or wind turbine, at least for new construction in cold climates, okay? You can learn more by going to this link and watch a video. It's just 90 seconds on my Solar for Dummies YouTube channel. I won't get into the 5 principles. You can study this image right here to see what they are, okay? Warning, this is going to be a jam-packed, fast-paced presentation. I am the author of an e-guide called 10 Energy Money Saving Tips, and you can view that by going to tinyurl.com/10energysavers. Just log into your Gmail first. That's a flyer for it. I'm also the author of, currently revising it, 88 Ways to Lower Your Gas, Electric, and Water Bills. That's also e-guide. Got a printer-friendly version. I'm the founder, CEO of OneHouseOffTheGrid.com, which provides nationwide residential net zero, net positive energy consulting. Although not listed here, I am a solar and battery consultant for Sarasota, Florida Solar Direct and their crowd marketing platform called Solar Buyers Club. I was also a power consultant, POWUR, for their platform as well. I've got involved in renewable energy back in 2017 by accident. Okay, that's my logo. Teaching you how to be 100% food, water, and energy independent. You can learn more by going to that link or my YouTube channel, which is right here, okay? I also have a commercial division called Green Sunshine Power Company that also serves, that does net zero, net positive energy consulting, okay? And both are subsidiaries of the Climate Change Solutions and Drawdown Now company, my parent company, and you can visit the YouTube channel by clicking on either link there. I also am the author of a commercial version titled 8 Strategies and 88 Tactics to Reduce or Eliminate Electric Demand Charges for, again, for commercial industrial buildings, okay? Again, I am also the creator of YouTube Solar for Dummies video channel. You can knock yourself out and watch a ton of videos by going to this link here, youtube.com/C as in channel/solar for dummies. And I also created a sunny, quote unquote, sunny energy conservation rating system and voluntary recognition program for residential renters and homeowners. And if you'd like, you can actually email me a copy of your past 12 months worth of electric bills, and I can give you some public recognition if you fall into any of these ratings. One sunny is if you use less than 1,000 kilowatt hour per month. That might be tough if you're in a large single family residential building, but not so tough if you're just a renter, obviously. And then just you get more sunny ratings if you use less and less kilowatt hours per month, okay? And this is really tough, less than 100. You got to be sleeping naked or something. Okay, anyways, so as shown in this image at the top here, this is the 3 priorities to cost effectively cool any building. As you can see, you always want to focus your time, money, energy on heat avoidance first. That's tier 1. Then you want to take advantage or max out on passive cooling. And lastly is mechanical cooling that requires energy inputs, okay? So like I said, that's how you prioritize, okay? And so we'll start with tier 1, heat avoidance, not necessarily in any particular order. The most important, although it can't really do anything if you already have the building constructed, but that's the orientation of your structure or building. You want to incorporate smart passive solar design. You want to actually build the house's longer axis facing north and south, okay, not east and west, to have fewer windows exposed to the south, okay, if you're located in the northern hemisphere, due to the lower winter sun, okay? I don't know if that makes sense, but you can watch a video on my Solar for Dummies YouTube channel that goes into this concept, passive solar design, in much more in depth, okay? But hopefully that gives you an idea. So next is, if you can, install a green roof and or vertical garden, also known as living walls, such as these are actually Florida based. You could find hopefully someone around your area, hopefully not in the boonies, but somebody that also offers a similar service. If you do visit either of these 2 companies, just mention to the owners that you were referred by Danny Tseng for a possible discount or at least a complimentary estimate or quote, okay? So that's pretty cool. Green vegetative roof, block off some of that heat, use less air conditioning, mechanical cooling. This is done by Jonathan Taylor. He's the owner of both the Coral Gables, Florida and Doral, Florida, Andromeda district that provides these living walls, okay? This is for residential, although it's in a patio. He does also offer it on the exterior of both residential and commercial buildings. Then if you own your house and are able to, you can of course install roof-mounted solar photovoltaic panels, since the sun's rays will strike the solar panels and not heat up your roof, thus you don't have to make your air conditioning work so hard. If you want to get a quote for a do-it-yourself nationwide solar ship kit, just visit this link here, tinyurl.com/solar and battery quote, and check the complete solar electric system do-it-yourself kit proposal box, okay? And if you happen to own your building, whether residential or commercial in Florida, you can get a free installation solar PV quote by going to my site, offgrid.solarbuyers.club, click on request a quote, okay? Now, as an alternative to the rack-mounted solar panels, since some people might consider that ugly, you can consider a really cool hybrid tile-integrated thin film solar PV system, also done by my friend Daniel Argulis. It's hybrid because it can also act as a solar thermal water heater to heat your domestic hot water and or swimming pool. And you can learn more by going to artesanosworldclass.com. Or if it's easier to remember, he also acquired the name iwantasolarroof.com. Okay, so check out that. Hopefully he renews his domain name. Okay, and this is what it looks like. You've got it's a little less efficient the thin film solar PV like they have on satellites orbiting space, but it is not as ugly as the rack mounted sticking up out of the roof. Okay, and that's some of the vegetative roof, again done by Daniel Orgulis. And he generally serves the South Florida Tri-County area, unfortunately, for now. If you do contact him on his mobile or the work number on his business website, just tell him you're referred by me, okay, for possible discount. And to further block the sun's rays from hitting your roof, consider investing in a passive solar thermal water heater, only if you're in areas that's not prone to freezing temperatures. Of course, so that's really just southern part of Florida that virtually almost never experiences freezing temperatures for long periods of time, more than maybe 4 to 8 hours. Go to my affiliate link for Solar Direct's Energy Supermarket, which is right here, okay? And then if you are in an area that's prone to freezing, you can consider their active solar thermal heater collector. This one's made by a really old company called Advanced Energy Technologies, I believe. This is a 4 feet by 10 feet collector, my affiliate link. And they also have a shorter one that's 4 feet by 8 feet, okay? And that will further block the rays, and you'll be getting some quote unquote free water after the initial investment, okay? I'm not a super expert on this. I never sold one, but I know that tens of thousands of them have been installed throughout the 5 decades in our country, at least, okay? Next, if you do have a swimming pool, another way to block the sun's rays from striking your roof is consider installing strips of solar thermal pool heating collectors that look like this right here, okay? That may heat up the surface of the roof somewhat, but at least it's hitting it that strip instead of the actual roof tiles, okay? So you can learn more about watching this video here, tinyurl.com/vortex video for commercial grade, even though it's good for residential as well, strips that's long lasting, okay? And you can get either a do-it-yourself ship kit or installation quote if you're located in Florida. It also applies to commercial properties by filling out this link here, tinyurl.com/vortex quote, okay? Next, we've got, you can consider coating your roof and exterior sidewalls with SPI Coatings. It's based out of Shawnee, Kansas. That stands for Superior Products International. And their consumer version, residential version is Sunshield. You can get it at Home Depot. I believe it's a 5-gallon jug by visiting this link here, or just going to homedepot.com and typing in Sunshield, okay? It's made up of 4 different ceramic compounds, and you could possibly reduce your air conditioning usage by 20 to 70% and usually get around a 1-year payback return on your investment, at least for their commercial version or industrial version called Supertherm. And this is a performance infographic bar graph that shows just how amazing Supertherm is at blocking heat. It prevents heat loading in the first place compared to these other materials and coatings, okay? So that's Supertherm amazing. You can contact me for a Supertherm quote, and or if you do speak to Superior Products International in Kansas directly, tell their sales rep, Timothy Capel, that you are referred by Danny Tseng for a possible discount, okay? Next is, if you're not getting your roof coated with either Sunshield or Supertherm, you can consider installing radiant barriers if you happen to have an attic. That's the kind of, foil product. I'm not a super expert on that, but radiant barriers, that's pretty widely available generally by, contractors that could do that, okay? Next, to limit solar heat gain through your windows, which is the weakest thermal link in a building, by the way. Sorry, don't have this new link available yet, but I will. You can log in your Gmail in the future for this, okay? Now, this is straight from that separate article. In this order, actually, this is how you want to approach it to minimize heat gain through your windows again, okay? The absolute first thing you got to do is have properly oversized roof overhangs and or window awnings as shown in this image here. So as you can see, the summer sun is higher, 73 degrees. So then you don't need to have your overhang stick out as much. But in the wintertime, it's lower at 50 degrees, so it's going to be coming in more. So you'll need to have it come out, overhang sticking out more to prevent the lower winter, sun. Okay, so that's in a nutshell about how to size your overhang for the roof and or window. Okay, very, very inexpensive way to cut off that sun. Okay, especially on the southern windows. Now, the next thing you could do to minimize solar heat gain through your windows is by planting appropriate vegetation, plants, bushes, scrubs, landscaping near your windows that's exposed to the south or east and west, east to sun rising, west of its setting in the northern hemisphere. You can also even take this advantage of the services of foodforestabundancefl.com, of which I'm an Abundance Ambassador referral partner for. And you can learn more by going to either of these links here, okay? Or entering my coupon code One House Off the Grid on their main site, which is just foodforestabundance.com, to save 5% off your custom blueprint design. So this is an example of planting some, using vegetation, bushes, scrubs to block off some of the heat from entering your windows, right? Makes sense, real cheap, and add some curb appeal to your property. And this is a sample large property blueprint design for Food Forest Abundance. Okay, really, really detailed. And you can maybe ask the certified permaculture designer to put them closer to your windows. Okay, so that's an essential must. You can also have food security independence while saving on your energy bills by growing your own food and medicine. Although I didn't show it, you can also have indoor gardens if you're a renter in an apartment. Okay. Now, the next thing after you've taken advantage of blocking off the heat from your windows through the above mentioned things is installing an exterior solar shade screen. I believe these are also known as sunscreens. And you can click on here for a local vendor, at least to me in Fort Lauderdale. Okay. For another, this is what it looks like. This is by a company, I believe, called Pfeiffer. That's P-H-I-F-E-R. I'm not a distributor for them yet, but this blocks out 90%. And this is exterior. It's much more effective when it's on the outside. And this lets in 20% of light. So that's why it's 80% rating. Okay. You can also apply a low emissivity, also known as low E coating, or interior window film, such as 3M's daylight redirecting window film. You can watch a really cool video here. You can contact me for a referral to an authorized 3M window film dealer. So this is how low E glass works. I'll let you read that at your own leisure. Okay. But very, very, it's like how a silver lining works in a thermos for your drinking water. Okay. Now, this is how it looks like with 3M's daylight redirecting window film. This is regular without their that window film. But when you've got the daylight redirecting film installed by 3M, it is able to refract and throw the light deeper into the room. So you don't have to use artificial lighting, even if it's LEDs. So that's a pretty cool thing there. I'm not sure on the payback of that, but definitely a fancy, high quality product. Anything made by 3M, of course, in my opinion, is high quality generally. Okay. Another thing I haven't personally used or installed in my own place, but it's pretty cool. The Inflector see-through radiant barrier window and skylight insulator. It's made by a company based out of Texas. You can learn more by going to their website, inflector-global.com, and you can watch a pretty cool video by going to this link here, okay? And the pricing may be old. I don't know if they've changed it. You can contact me if you want a more current quote. And this is one of their products you can see here, okay? So again, it's a see-through radiant barrier for windows and or skylights that has some insulating properties as well. Okay, the next thing, obviously, you can minimize. So that's pretty much it for windows, more or less. You can also minimize heat generation from the daytime use of artificial lights, whether that's incandescent bulbs or light emitting diodes, LEDs, by maximizing daylighting. You can watch a video for a deeper dive. It's all about daylighting. Very simple, low-tech way to not have to use artificial lights during the daytime. Another thing you could do is install a prismatic skylight. You can watch a video there, and or a tubular skylight as shown here, okay? Some companies offer some great sealing, sealant, so that you don't have to worry about, water leaks and all that. One company, I believe, is called Sola 2. I've been trying to become a distributor for them. You can check them out by going to sola2.com, I believe is their website, okay? And the next thing we've got is, so once you've maxed out on these natural ways of getting daylight during the daytime at least, then you can resort to high efficiency light emitting diodes, LEDs, okay? Or if you like the normal, Watts Edison incandescent light bulbs, go for it. Now, to learn about a unique emergency backup LED that's actually got a air gap designed in it to extend the life of its built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery for when the power goes out. This is how it looks like. The company's actually called LED Sense, and the product's called Safe Lumen. I am an affiliate for them. I've actually got it. It's really great. Everybody should have this, even if you're not in hurricane country, but everyone experiences power outages, whether man-made or not nature-caused. So you can go to watch this video here, tinyurl.com/bestemergencyled, and then visit my affiliate link for the details and pricing and different packages, and even ordering spare lithium-ion rechargeable batteries. Okay, so that's tinyurl.com/safelumen. That's spelled with an I though, Lumin. Okay. The next thing, really cool invention. Next is you obviously want to reduce heat emitted from any other light source or any other heat emitting appliance equipment that doesn't always need to be on by investing very affordable timers and switches. This is my affiliate link for a company out of California called bn-link.com. I love their products because they've got an awesome preset one. We just hit one button. You can set it for like 30 minutes, 15 minutes, and that's really cool. And then you've got this one that's got a dual plug-in, 3-prong, and that's programmable timer. Really handy, okay? So just go to tinyurl.com/timers and switches, or my original bn-link affiliate link here, okay? You get a discount. And next is back to Windows. If you happen to have just single pane or very old energy efficient windows, or the perimeter is cracking and stuff, consider replacing them with passive house quality, super high performing, but it's not impact resistant for those in hurricane high wind zones. Also filled with argon glass, and it's made by a company based out of Colorado called Alpine Performance. I think it's called, the website's Think Alpen, that's ALPEN.com. And you can watch a video on my Solar for Dummies YouTube channel by going to this link right here, okay? And if you do contact them, ask for the director of sales, Craig, and mention to Craig that you were referred by Danny Tseng for a complimentary estimate and possible discount. Super high performing windows. It's going to cost you a pretty penny, maybe as much as solar panels, and the payback could be, maybe more than 7-9 years or so, okay? Now, this is regarding why you should invest in the Alpine window, because the air infiltration, this is at 1.57 pounds per square feet or 25 mile per hour wind. A normal Energy Star compliant window, you're going to have 0.3 cubic feet per minute per square foot of infiltration coming in, and as opposed to the Alpine high performing window, it's almost really little infiltration, okay? So air infiltration for a 20 square foot window, that's a lot, 3 cubic feet per minute per square foot, as opposed to Alpine windows 0.1 to 0.5, okay? And so most people have the size of a basketball that's exposed, opened, in terms of their window leakage not being airtight. And that's like 690 mile per hour. I don't know if that's wind or maybe 11.5 cubic feet per minute per square foot. Okay, versus think Alpen's high performing windows a lot less, as you can see here. So the improvement or reduction in air infiltration with the Think Alpen high performing window, you see 83 to 96%. So you are getting a lot less air leakage. So it's going to be a lot more super airtight with regards to the window. Okay, so possible great investment there. Okay, now instead of cooking indoors, which obviously is going to generate some heat, consider using some outdoor fuel-free solar cookers, maybe one or all three of the following companies that I'm an affiliate for. The first one is great for those that are into the outdoors, which you don't have to be. Is called a company called GoSun. I believe their main website's gosun.co maybe. But this is my affiliate link here, tinyurl.com/getgosunstoves with an S. They've got a whole line of products, more than just their GoSun Sport. This is their original product. It can actually heat food up to 550 degrees. It's an evacuated tube style. Okay, this is just my flyer. And you can learn more by going to there. There's also some videos on my Solar for Dummies YouTube channel as well. So if you can cook outside, pop this thing out there, set your food in there, direct it at the sun. It can even work on windy or cold conditions, okay? The next solar cooker is a box-style solar cooker called Sun Oven, made by Sun Oven International. They just moved to North Carolina. To get a free cover for your all-American Sun Oven box cooker, just go to my affiliate link here, which is tinyurl.com/getsunoven, okay? You'll get a free outdoor UV resistant cover when you use my GoSun affiliate link here, okay? And that's what it looks like. I personally have this out on my balcony right now. You can pasteurize water, bake, you know, do a ton of things with it. It's great. Now, for those that have a bakery or just want to feed a lot more people, they've got a commercial scale version called the Villager Sun Oven, and you can watch a video by going to this link here. However, to get this commercial scale Sun Oven, the Villager, which looks like that, they've got a lot of these in Haiti. You're going to have to order a minimum of 5 units, 5 Villagers, and it's got a lead time of almost 6 months. And the last time I checked, it was actually I believe it was, I think they said $20,000 for each. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. So that could be $100,000 for 5 units. Okay, so if you've got that kind of money, you want to be able to cook on a large scale, then contact me and I'll get you the hard quote. Okay. Next is the parabolic solar burner made by Cantina West. I believe that they're in Utah, maybe. I personally do own this. I haven't set it up yet. I'll shoot another video, and that thing can reach around 800 degrees Fahrenheit. You can easily boil water and do some deep fat frying with it. That's what it looks like. And so that's pretty powerful. So the next thing you can do is, if you must cook indoors, you can use a highly energy efficient induction cooktop, which uses about half the energy of a regular stovetop. And it uses magnet technology, and it cooks in half the time roughly, okay? You can learn more by going to my affiliate link for a company called Zavor. I actually do own that one. They used to be called a different company, and that's tinyurl.com/single induction cooktop to learn more and get pricing. But this is what it looks like, okay? Very sleek glass surface. One of the downsides is that it's got to be able to select cookware can work and be compatible. As long as a magnet sticks to the bottom of your cooking pot or pan, it will be compatible with the induction technology, okay? Next thing you can do is, if you do cook indoors, especially stovetop cooking, consider installing a kitchen hood exhaust fan. And if you or your other people that you live with take a lot of long hot showers, be sure to install and use a bathroom vent and exhaust fan in there as well. Now, weather and climate permitting, of course, instead of using an electric clothes dryer, you can just dry your clothes like good old grandma did back in the day with a clothesline and or a clothes rack, such as by a company called clotheslines.com. This is my affiliate link. They even have some made by the Amish, and this is a picture of their mega-sized portable wooden clothes drying rack that you see here. And to learn about all their products, and along with pricing, just go to tinyurl.com/shop clotheslines. Okay, and or if you do have a covered patio, detached shed, or some other outside covered area, you could consider moving your electric clothes dryer there. Okay, to not generate heat inside your home, of course, and have to make your air conditioning work harder and raising your electric bill. And of course, if you iron or steam clean your clothes, you could try doing it outside. That's obviously a no cost way. Just make a little bit of effort, and you can save on some air conditioning usage. Okay. Now, if you do have an attic, you can also insulate it with either spray foam or blown-in fiberglass insulation. If you happen to be in the South Florida area, you can contact my friend who's up in Delray Beach, Palm Beach County, who owns gogreeninsulation.us, and tell them that you're referred by me for a complimentary estimate and possible discount for either your home and or business. And this is Carl Voller's mobile number. His work number, business numbers on his website, gogreeninsulation.us. And of course, I'm sure you could find some insulation contractors in your area to do the spray foam or blown-in fiberglass insulation. Again, only if you have an attic. This is just some 9 major benefits of spray foam insulation that you can read about if you go to this PowerPoint on Google Drive. Okay, I won't get into it in detail. Now, the next thing you could do is you could also, of course, have proper insulation and seal all your building envelope air leakages by weather stripping to keep your air conditioned air inside. Sorry, I don't have this redone, but I will have it later on. It's my Save the Earth Energy Conservation and Efficiency Starter Kit that you see here, with a lot of goodies, really inexpensive things, like door shoes or door sweeps, some low-cost ways to seal around your window if you're not able or willing to replace your windows. Okay, so stay tuned for that Energy Conservation Starter Kit for the weather stripping. The next thing is if you happen to have any recessed lights, ICANN, 9i CCAN lights, ceiling or wall audio speakers, or anything that causes a thermal break or air opening from your attic into the interior of your building, you can get it air and thermal sealed with something made by a company called CanCoverIt.com is their website. I'm trying to become a direct distributor with them, but they're not open to me. So maybe you can get I'll become a distributor for one of their distributors. One of them is called jrproductsinc.com. Go to their website there, or adoproducts.com. Hopefully I'll have a discount code, or at least mention to them that you're referred by Danny Tseng. Okay. So on the left is without the CanCoverIt product. Sorry I don't have an image showing it of what it looks like, but you can just go to cancoverit.com for pictures. So it's basically a really inexpensive, simple thing that you put over those protrusions in the attic. And so you've got, your winter warmed air is being wasted, and your precious cold air conditioned air in the summertime is going up into the attic. But with these CanCoverIts, you can clamp down on those air leakage and thermal gaps as well with it. Okay, really affordable. That should probably have a high return on investment, quick payback, because the thing is like less than $50 for each one for sure. Okay, so check it out. And now, if you do have a car garage that's attached to your house, you could consider getting it insulated by a great company I haven't dealt with personally yet, although I've contacted a few dealers local to me. It's the Overhead Door Garage Company. That's their main website, overheaddoor.com. And if you do happen to live in a high wind area like me, hurricane country, you can invest in their Windload Thermocore, one of these 2 models there. Okay, so that's something important to consider insulating your garage. People don't think about it. because that will have impacts coming into your garage, the inner door into your house. Now, so that's tier 1, heat avoidance. You want to focus all your effort, time, and energy on those measures. Once you've maxed out to the best that you can, according to your budget or your effort, then you want to consider maxing out on passive cooling strategies. This is going to be the shortest section, and although I'm not going to play the videos, you can watch it at your own leisure. Okay, and this is obviously like cracking open a window if it's cool enough, and if it's not polluted air, if you're not by a busy street. And you can learn more by going to these couple videos or searching some on your own. Again, this is all about passive cooling. Doesn't require any energy inputs, electricity. Okay, and it's also known as natural ventilation. So that's tier 2. Okay. Now the last tier or priority to cost effectively cool any building is mechanical cooling, and obviously that's going to jack up your energy bills. So before you use any kind of mechanical cooling, especially if you live in high humidity areas, you'll definitely want to invest in a whole house ventilating dehumidifier. One company I like is Ultra Air. You can watch a video by going to this link here. Okay. If you're not able to afford a whole house ventilating dehumidifier, just get one that's portable, movable. You can put into each individual room. Okay. Try to get my Allergy Buyers Club affiliate link on here, but I'm sure you can get it at Home Depot. A ton of people sell portable dehumidifiers of different quality and durability. Okay. Now, this is one model that's discontinued, but it was pretty cool. It was actually a cooling ventilating dehumidifier. Okay. And so that's what it would look like if you had it set up in your attic. Okay. It's got an outdoor condenser. Now, another dehumidifier that's really energy efficient, I like, and contractors use. You can have some standalone or some that's for the whole house. It's made by a company called Santa Fe. Okay, for one distributor, you can go to supplyhouse.com and then search Santa Fe. And you want to pick a model that has a higher pints of water removal per kilowatt hour. So that'll be a higher energy efficiency rating. Okay, and you can contact me for a quote for, again, one of the Santa Fe dehumidifiers from supplyhouse.com that I am a partner through their trade partner program. Okay. The next thing you can do for mechanical cooling is investing in one of these fans that's highly inefficient by these 2 companies. One is Big Ass Fans. They're Haiku, which is the most energy efficient fan that I know of. Okay, and you can actually raise your AC thermostat by around 4 degrees Fahrenheit and not feel any difference. Okay. So obviously using a ceiling fan is going to take a lot less energy than running your central ducted air conditioner. And for a distributor, you can visit lumens.com. I'm sorry, for pricing and models, you can visit lumens.com. I am a trade partner for them, and that's lumens.com, and contact me if you have questions or want to place an order for the Big Ass Fans Haiku model. Okay, their most highly energy efficient ceiling fan. For another affordable ceiling fan option that's still also relatively energy efficient, they even got a Energy Star most efficient back in 2020. This company called Aerotron.io is their main website. Their FR series with 3 blades is really energy efficient as well. Not as energy efficient as the Haiku by Big Ass Fans, but still up there. Okay, and that's a sample of one of their, I believe, maybe a bamboo or wooden blade model. Okay, now the next thing is after you've done some simple ceiling fans or maybe a floor table fan, of course, and if you live in one of these zones 1 and 2, because those areas typically have warm, hot days, but cool nights. Where I'm at in Florida, you don't really have cool nights, even. So this would apply, makes sense to install a whole house fan by either one of these companies, quietcoolsystems.com or wholehousefan.com. I am in the process of hopefully becoming a distributor for them. In the meantime, if you do call them for a quote or place an order, just mention that you were referred by Danny Tseng, okay? And again, it's generally for if you live in these zones, number 1 and 2, possibly 3, that it would make sense to get a whole house fan, okay? Next thing you can do is, this is amazing. This is the world's most energy efficient, small air-cooled reverse cycle, which also acts as a heater, chiller heat pump known as the Chiltrix CX34. You can learn more at this website, hotspotenergy.com. Watching a video here of it in the news, and their other main site with all the details, including a solar PV option. Just go to chiltrix.com, that's 1L, CHILTRIX.com, and contact me for a customized quote. They even have a low humidity option, I believe, as well. Definitely worth the price, and it's really, really amazing. This is what it looks like right here. And you have different indoor unit options on the ceiling or the wall. And this is the outdoor condenser, super high energy efficient. And again, it can both heat and cool as well. Okay, amazing. The CX34, ultra energy efficient, will save a ton of money. Okay, and let's see here. The next thing, if you just need to cool one room, so that's single zone, you can use a hybrid that can be solar powered or just, regular grid power, alternating current with a ductless mini split. That doesn't require a grid connection or net metering, so you don't need to install a bidirectional meter. You can learn more about Hotspot Energy's AC/DC 1800 model, and it looks like that right there. Solar panels do not come with it, so it's optional. Okay, and it's hybrid again because it can run on both alternating current, grid power, or solar power when you got the solar panels. Okay, high SEER rating, and then the model is called AC/DC 18C. And contact me to learn more or watch that video there, tinyurl.com/hybrid solar AC. Now, the next thing you could do is, if you got to keep your central air ducted AC, at least get them professionally sealed by an amazing company called aeroseal.com. I do have one partner here. If you're in the South Florida area, you contact me. I can get you a discount by a company based in Boca Raton. So this is a savings if you were to make some, seal your ducts professionally by AirSeal. We'll have about $4,000 a year savings. I'm not sure, obviously, the square footage of the building. That makes, obviously, a difference, impacts your savings, as well as, what temperature they set their air conditioning at usually. So it's not very detailed, but typically, 5.3 years return on investment. So seal your central ducted ducts. And there's usually, most people have at least 25% air leakage, according to my friend that owns Duct Masters here in South Florida. Now, if you've done all the weather stripping, you've gotten the passive house Think Windows by Think Alpin, you've got your building envelope extremely airtight, obviously you're going to want to be bringing in the fresh air, then consider investing in a passive house quality energy recovery ventilator or heat recovery ventilator made by ZenderAmerica.com for balanced ventilation, so you don't poison yourself to death with all that carbon dioxide that you're breathing out. And you can learn more by watching a video by going to this link here, tinyurl.com/ERV and HRV video. Okay, so that actually wraps it up for this presentation regarding the 3 tiers or 3 priorities to cost effectively cool any building. And I hope that it added value to you and you've got some great tips that you can immediately act on to save your hard-earned money, also lighten your carbon footprint, be more green, and of course to help slow down climate change, sea level rise. So if you also, by the way, there's some more energy saving tips that not necessarily relate to cooling, but you can study the image below, which is my energy priority pyramid regarding how to prioritize your time, energy, money, and effort for the most bang for the buck, generally quicker payback, return on investment for the things that are towards the bottom. Okay, and you can learn more by going to the playlist, my energy conservation and efficiency playlist, by going to this link here, tinyurl.com/solar foundations videos. Okay, And for a free copy of my 10 energy saving tips e-guide, you already have tinyurl.com/10energysavers. Just log into your Gmail first. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. If you do know of any other tips that's free to low cost heat avoidance, passive cooling, and or mechanical cooling that I may have missed, then please contact me, as I'd love to know about them and to also include it and update this quote unquote PowerPoint presentation. Okay, take care. Thank you for your kind time and attention. I hope this summer doesn't hit your pocketbook too much, and let me know if you implement any of these tips and if it's made an impact on your electric energy bills. Okay, take care, and thank you in advance for sharing this. Again, just go to tinyurl.com/3cooling tiers PowerPoint. And like I said, I will create this shorter link for the video so you can watch it and share this video replay with others. It should be tinyurl.com/saveonac. I'll probably have it on my Brighteon One House Off the Grid channel. Okay, take care. Have an awesome summer.